Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So there's been a lot of wailing and gnashing of teeth about this. They're making more Lord of the Rings. Listen. The Rings of Power was not good. Let's be fair. The Rings of Power was not good, and I can understand why somebody would be gun-shy. But, listen, mate, listen. Rings of Power was, what, 9 hours of TV? 9 terrible hours, or 10, or 8, something like that. It was it was about one season, right? I've sat through, how many seasons? 4 seasons of Discovery, 1 of Lower Decks. I never got past the first season of Lower Decks, and 2 of Star Trek Picard. And I wanted to sandpaper my face off all through that entire time. At the same time, 5 years of Jodie Whittaker, Doctor Who, all the Kathleen Kennedy Star Wars. I mean, look, you Lord of the Rings people need to stop being such bitches, right? Quite frankly, because I'm optimistic for Star Wars, Star Trek, and Doctor Who right now. Incredibly, I think Star Wars is going to have a good year. We got a lot of good stuff going, but they're planning on announcing some terrible movies. That'll dampen it. Star Trek is freaking awesome again. Captain Picard's show is fantastic. And Doctor Who, I'm very, very optimistic about too. I even think they saved Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny from Kathleen Kennedy. So, if I can be optimistic about all that shit after watching all the shit that I've watched, guys, it's been one show that's been awful, okay? Let's relax. I think this is actually quite good news. I think this is coming from David Zaslav, who is the guy who destroyed wokeness in culture, essentially. He's the head honcho of Warner Discovery, and so them combined with New Line, they want to make more movies based in the Lord of the Rings universe. My guess is they've seen the huge gap in the market that there is been opened up by Rings of Power, and they are going to fill that with authentic, good Lord of the Rings. That's my guess, right? I guess we'll have to wait and see and find out, but that's my guess. But people are like, no more! You're like, that's what they were like. There's an animated movie coming out next year by the same people, I believe, which is, I think, is going to be authentic and good, right? I think it's going to be actually good. Look, if it's not Rings of Power, it's probably not going to be as terrible as The Rings of Power was just awful on so many freaking levels. Like, genuinely awful. So I think this is kind of a good news story. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, we'll find out. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things are fantastic. Look at the video notes, follow me on Substack, my email newsletter, Instagram, Twitter. Twitter's my main one, and Facebook. Follow me everywhere, baby. Your life will be enriched. Could you hit the subscribe button? Be fantastic. Comment. Let me know what you think. Is this a harbinger of doom, or is this good news? I think it's good news. But you let me. You have your say, right? Let me know what you think. I will absolutely respond. Like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are fantastic. Now, I didn't tell you where this is from. This is from my live stream I did last night. This is Sunday 26th. I'm recording this of February, and I did. This came from a live stream I did on Saturday, February 25th. Now, let me hand over to me. Now we've got that introduction done. Let me hand over to me from last night. Warner Bros. Discovery to create new Lord of the Rings films that will honor the past, look to the future, and adhere to the strongest level of quality. It doesn't sound so woke to me, right? Honestly, this doesn't sound so woke. People are like throwing themselves off buildings, right? I guess, we've been here before, haven't you? Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav announced during the company's Q4 2022 earnings call the company will be making multiple new Lord of the Rings films. That question is what we got to find out more. Zaslav said, "I'm thrilled to announce that Mike DeLucas and Pam Addy have signed on to make who are they? Lord of the Rings, one of the most iconic storytelling franchises of all time." Oh God, what are you doing with it? See, I'm terrified already. Right? Everything he's done so far has been good. So I want to tell you, he's anti-woke so far. DeLucas and Addy issued a statement to Variety indicating Tolkien's work remains largely unexplored. Okay, that's fair, actually. Look, if this Lord of the Rings piece of shit TV show was good, do you think this is coming in to rectify that, to fill the hole, the hole in the market, the outrage people have? Can you imagine how well an authentic Lord of the Rings movie will go right now, right? That will be huge, right? And it'll make Amazon look like such shit. and because people want an authentic Lord of the Rings movie. Listen, I'm an optimist. I am. I really am. But I think it's good news. But for scope of the detail New Line Cinema detailed that New Line Cinema and director Peter Jackson took an unprecedented leap of faith to realize the incredible stories, characters in the world of Lord of the Rings on the big screen. But for all that scope and loving detail packed into 2 trilogies, the vast, complex, dazzling universe dreamed up by Tolkien remains largely unexplored. Yes, Silmarillion is my, whatever we pronounce it is probably true. On top of DeLuca and his comments, Lee Gwynford, CEO of Free Mode, the company that holds the rights to Lord of the Rings when it comes to films, video games, board games, merchandising, theme parks, and stage productions. Also, following our recent acquisition of Middle-earth Enterprises, we're thrilled to embark on a new collaborative journey with New Line Cinema and Warner Brothers, bringing a comparable world of J.R. Tolkien back to the screen. Excited. Look, this could be good news, mate. If the culture war's over, this could be good news. See, this is why it's important to everybody relax. I think this could be good news. Yeah, we understand how cherished these works are. We've heard it all before, though. And are working together with our partners at New Line Cinema and Warner Brothers Pictures. We plan to honor the past and looks at the future, adhere to the strongest levels of level of quality and production values. Well, listen, in all fairness, for what's the name? Rings of Power, the production values were excellent. Yeah, there's no way you could deny that, right? It was shit. The show was shit. It was like, exquisitely made shit, but it was still exquisitely made. Yeah, that's fair, right? There's no need to diss them when there's no need to diss them. The Warner Brothers Discovery and New Line Cinema did not announce what they will be adapting for these new films or what will be involved bringing them to big screen creatively. However, Variety notes that keeping Peter Jackson and his original Lord of the Rings collaborators Fran Walsh and Phil Bloomer in the loop. Yes! Which they didn't do on TV. Yes! Excellent. The trio informed Variety that Warner Bros. And Freeman have kept us in the loop in every step of the way. That's good news. I think this is good news. Culture war's over and we won. Right? This is going to shame Amazon beyond belief. You carry on with your piece of shit, Amazon. Yeah, you carry on with that egg splashed on your face. We all see it now. Right? We look forward to speaking with them in the future to hear their vision for the franchise moving forward. Okay, well, we're nearly done. Warner Brothers Discovery is currently working on an adaptation of the story of Hammerhead and Lord of the Rings, the War of Rohan. That is an anime-inspired film. That's a short story in the appendix of Lord of the Rings. So the makers of that have not been complimentary to the Rings of Power. Let us be clear. It looks really good. It follows Helm's Hammer as he defends Rohan from a number of enemies, including Corsairs, the Dunlendings, I have no idea, and enemies on Gondor that landed in mouths of Lefany and Eisen. No. After an initial defeat at the hands of his rival Wolf, the Durling's Helm and his forces flees to Hornburg, where they only deal with a siege. Not only deal with it, but a long winter. It sounds very Game of Thrones to me. While Helm and his forces attempt to survive, Wolf and his forces attack Helm's son, Helf, at Edoras and take the city. After losing a second son in a sortie to find food after a long winter had set in on Hornburg, Helm and the Helm was single-handedly waged war of terror on the enemies of the besieged fortress. Film is going to go in April 2024. I think it sounds very good. Yeah. There are plenty of other areas. Now, keep in mind, this is Bounding Comics, who is very, very nervous. John F. Trent's head is still in the culture war, right? They are nervous, right? There are plenty of areas talking about this Similarian, as well as stories including the Middle Earth that was published by Tolkien's sons, Christopher, in the years following his father's death. There's also the Unfinished Tales. There's also a possibility Peter Jackson's original Lord of the Rings trilogy gets a remake. No! Don't touch that! That's fucking perfect. Don't touch that. Right? That is perfect. For Jackson intensity, the films are missing key elements from Tolkien's novel, including the Scouring of the Shire and Frodo's encounter with Tom Bombadil. So make that as an additional feature, right? Make that as as an add-in. Do it as animated. Who cares? Make that as an additional feature. I would say don't remake this. Absolutely not. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.